So I'm very excited about the fragrance I'm going to review for you today. This is a fragrance I've been waiting to get my nose on, and finally it's here, and it was a love at first sniff. There are those fragrances that you smell and you like them, and then you come back to them several times and you slowly fall in love with them. There are those fragrances that you smell that you don't fall in love with, you kind of move on from. And then there are those fragrances that you instantly fall in love with, and that's the case with Overture Man by Amouage. So today in this Saffron review video, I'm going to review Amouage Overture Man for you, and you're also going to have a chance at winning one of three 10 ml minis of Amouage Overture Man if you are a subscriber of this channel from the USA, Canada, UK, EU, Middle East, and also Australia. So if you're curious to learn about Amouage Overture Man and have a chance at winning one of those minis, then please stay tuned. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. That's right, today it's all about Amouage Overture Man. This is a fragrance I've been anticipating for some time. Finally it's here. And as I was saying earlier, this was a fragrance that I smelled and I fell in love with. It smelled great. I wore it and I'm like, wow. This does it for me. This really, really does it for me. And it was that fragrance that you smell and you love. I mean, like I said, you smell some fragrances, you're like, okay, that's great. Come back to it, maybe you fall in love with it. There's ones you smell and you're like, oh, that's not for me. But this one, instant love. So I'll tell you all about this Overture Man by Amouage, but before we do that, if this is your first time tuning in and you still haven't subscribed to my channel, please click the subscribe button below and also click the bell so that you'll be notified for future videos and giveaways. So this was a fragrance I've been dying to smell. It was exclusive to Harrods, but now that it's getting its way out there, soon it should make its way to the States, but it is out at some countries you can buy, but you can also buy this fragrance from Amouage's website. But this particular fragrance was sent to me because I specifically requested it, as I was really, really curious about it, and the notes looked really, really great, and it doesn't disappoint. So the opinion's all my own, and I'm going to tell you my opinions honestly. But Amouage Overture Man was a 2019 launch. 100 ml bottle is $340. Its concentration is Eau De Parfum, and the perfumer is Karine Vinchon Spehner. Now, if you have been watching my channel and you remember that name, I reviewed a fragrance by Amouage again called Fate Man. So she has done both of these fragrances, and now that I'm seeing her name come up and liking her fragrances, I need to check and see what else she's done, because this is pretty phenomenal the way it smells. So this is a woody spicy fragrance, and the notes are at the top: grapefruit, cardamom, cumin, ginger, nutmeg, saffron, and cognac accord. In the heart notes you have cinnamon, mastic, benzoin, ciste, labdanum, patchouli, geranium, and myrrh. In the base notes, it's sandalwood, smoky leather, clary sage, animalic accord, and incense. So lots going on with the fragrance, with the notes, and it's definitely that. It's a woody, spicy fragrance. I can maybe call it a leathery, maybe animalic, because all that stuff happens. But you know what? Even though this is animalic and I find it to be musky, I feel like there's some kind of like something that's creating this kind of like musky accord. And obviously it says it's an animalic accord. For me, it does smell like deer musk, but I feel like it's in addition to that, there are some other animalic notes to give us this very, very sexy, kind of fuzzy, kind of I don't know, just something really sexy about it with the animalic accords. Now, I doubt that an Amouage is using real musk, but whatever they've created smells very authentic to me, and that's what I like about it, because it just reeks sexy. The fragrance does. Anyway, what happens with this fragrance, at the top I feel like it's very a spicy, boozy start. So what's running the show at the top is the cognac accord. It's really, really boozy with that cognac accord, but it's nicely meshed with grapefruit, a little bit of that bitter grapefruit note that comes in here. There's some light saffron in here as well, giving us some aromatic and spicy touches, slightly leathery. And then of course there's a little bit of cumin in here as well. And as I was saying, Karine Vinchon Spehner did create Fate Man, and she knows how to use cumin. The cumin in here is not necessarily overwhelming. It's not the star of the show. It's a very much a supporting player. But with Fate Man, it was all about cumin, and both fragrances are pretty exciting fragrances for me. The heart here is very floral and resinous. For me, Myrrh is the star of the entire fragrance. This is what this fragrance is all about. Myrrh has these spicy, aromatic, vanillic, sweet touches, and here it's basically the star. In the heart, But you also have some geranium. It's a very spicy, slightly peppery, aromatic flower. And then of course there's some light touches of mastic resin as well. So it's a very, very resinous floral heart. There are some ambery touches from the Ciste Labdanum, a little bit of patchouli, but I feel like what's running the show in the heart is the myrrh note, the geranium, and that mastic resin. Great, great heart, great scent actually. For me, the base notes is a woody, smoky, leathery, musky base, and the dry down for me is pretty much very sandalwoody. There's some light smokiness from the leather that comes in here as well. Of course, the Animalic accord, and this is what really gets me excited about this fragrance. This Animalic accord, however they've created, is pretty phenomenal. I love the way the Animalic accord smells. Again, as I was saying, it's a little musky, like deer musk. Maybe it's a little bit civety, maybe a little bit hyrax as well, all blended together to create this very, very sexy concoction. The dry down is what this fragrance is all about, but you know what? I feel like the Animalic accord runs throughout the whole entire fragrance, but I feel like as it's drying down, it's getting stronger and stronger. Even though for me, the Animalic accord is very, very tolerable. It just adds that extra sexiness to the fragrance. But overall, what a concoction it is. Great, great concoction. And a great name too, Amouage Overture Man. You've got to check this one out. Hopefully soon it'll be out everywhere that you can go to a retailer and check it out. But as I was saying, it is currently available on the Amouage website. But we do have the 3 10 mLs to give away, as I was saying earlier. So if you want to click the link to Saffron, there you can find out how to participate for a chance to win one of the 3 10 mLs if you are a subscriber of this channel. Then please come back here and let me know your thoughts on Overture Man. If you happen to have sampled it, what do you think about it? And what do you think about it in comparison to other Amouage fragrances? In fact, this has now become my favorite next to Portrayal Man. Portrayal Man is a great, great scent with that violet leaf note, but here, oh man, it's the next level kind of a fragrance. Really, really, really great, exciting fragrance, and I think this one's going to be put to great use this coming fall and winter, because I feel like this will be perfect when it's really, really cold outside. That muskiness, that warmth from that muskiness, the Animalic accord is going to be fantastic. Anyway, those are my thoughts on Amouage Overture Man, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are on this particular fragrance. Put a comment down, let me find out if you are a fan of this or if you've been waiting to get your nose on it. Also, let me know what your favorite Amouage fragrance is and if you like this house in general. Anyway, thanks so much for watching today. If you have any questions or comments, please list below. Otherwise, please like this video, please share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.